What's up, y'all? It's Santana here from thebeautydaily.com. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. It is the mixed girl tag. So let's get to it. This tag video actually has, been floating around on YouTube, the internet, for the past few years, and I've always wanted to do it. Never actually sat down and did it, and I think I actually did record it one time, and I don't know what happened with that. Anyway, so I'm in love with like my lip gloss today. Like I love it. I'm just like, I want to just slather the whole tube on my lips today. Yeah, so I love it. I love it, and it's just like perfect for spring. But anyway, I won't reveal the name or the brand because it's my brand. It's from Finn and Everly, and it'll be out. Anyway, I have questions on my phone, so I'll be looking down on my phone, and it looks like it's about 10 questions. I will leave the questions down below as well. And, let me know if you guys did this too. So, question number 1. Question 1 is, what are you mixed with? Well, I am a mix of the whole world, basically, in a sense. No, I'm just like, now I am mixed with African American, Native American, Apache Indian to be exact, Mexican, of course, Greek, and West Indian. And yeah, that's all I'm mixed with. The Mexican, Native American, and Greek are from my mother's side, and then all the rest of stuff like the West Indian and African American is from my father's side. My grandmother on my father's side was born in the Bahamas. So yes. Question 2, what ethnicity have you been often mistaken for? This is kind of a trick question because I'm from Michigan, and the city that I'm from, as well then, I don't know about now, I haven't lived there in actually 8 years, but back when I was growing up, there were a lot of girls who looked like me, and there were a lot of girls who were mixed. They were mixed with black and white, which was a common one, black and Mexican, which is another common one, like me. And then there was just like really, high yellow. There were light-skinned African-American girls, so there was a lot of people who looked like me, and the main Hispanic population back home we had at that time was Mexicans, and we also had some Puerto Ricans. So back home, people just always knew I was mixed. It was always like, oh, you light-skinned and you have good hair, oh, you must be mixed. It was that kind of a thing. So people always knew I was mixed. It was either, are you black and white or black and Mexican? So they usually got it right for the most part. And then I live in the DMV, specifically Maryland. And down here, it's a melting pot. So you definitely have a lot more Hispanics from all over the Latin countries. And you have a lot of Dominicans. And now I often get mistaken for being Dominican, and no, one of my coworkers is actually Dominican, and we get often mistaken as like she's my little sister because the skin color and the hair is so similar. So yeah, it's either Dominican most of the time. Question 3, is your hair curly or straight? My hair is naturally curly. Of course today I have it straight and curled, but it is curly, and I like it both ways. I'm not one of these natural girls that like is curly all the time and curly is the way you must go. Like, I'm not like that. I go whatever I feel like doing. So if one week I feel like having straight hair, then I'm gonna have straight hair. If the next week I want to go curly, then I'm gonna go curly. Like, I don't care. I'm all about doing what makes you happy, and if that's how you want to rock your hair, you rock your hair. Was coming up from different backgrounds challenging growing up? Well, I grew up in a Mexican household. My father lived in another place, so I do associate more with being Mexican because of that. But I'm also glad and proud to say that my mom always made sure that I knew who I was, and made sure I was always proud of everything that I was, and she did her best to educate me on all of the ethnicities that I was and that she was as well. So I really don't think it was challenging for me. I mean, I always knew I was mixed. I knew that I lived in a Hispanic household. A lot of the culture I was in was Mexican, but I also knew that wasn't the only thing that I was, and I just never had a problem with that. If anything, I was always proud to be mixed because I always felt like I was unique and different, and I wasn't like the same as everybody else. So probably not. Question 5. Which backgrounds do you embrace the most? Again, this would more likely be my Mexican background just because I was raised predominantly in a Mexican household. So I do embrace that the most. Sometimes I feel bad because it's like, okay, I want to embrace everything, but at the same time, it's just like, it's kind of by default in a sense. But in my family, we're also very proud Native American as well. But unfortunately, in my family, we also don't know a lot about our Native American heritage. So my uncle has researched a lot, and, you know, he knows a lot about that. So that's good too. And I want to learn more about it too because I want to teach my future children. Question 6. Have you ever been teased for being different? No. Heck no. I was never teased for, to my recollection, I don't think I was ever teased for being different. Again, where I come from, there's a lot of girls who are like me. And it was also that stigma of, you know, mixed girls are pretty girls. You know, mixed girls are kind of like the ones that you want to be friends with. Mixed girls are bitchy, they're stuck up, that kind of thing. That was like the whole stigma that I grew up on. But I was always cool with like every group of people. I really didn't care, and I wasn't teased. My friends were always a mixture of girls who were mixed like me, and then, you know, blacks, Hispanics, Asians, like, you know. But no, I was never teased. Like, it was just like, yeah, that's what she is. So what? Question 7. Have you ever been ashamed of being multiracial? Hell no. Why would I? I am proud. This is like a very touchy subject with a lot of people, I feel, you know, because some people, they find it easy, especially ones who say, well, I'm black and white, for example, but I consider myself a black woman. And I've always had an issue with that because I'm like, then why are you disregarding and denouncing the other half of you and your other culture, your other, you know, background that you are? You know, a lot of people say, well, you should have told me I should identify with being a black woman, but I'm like, but I'm not a black woman. I'm just not. I'm mixed, I'm multiracial, and I'm proud of it. I'm not going to just say I'm one thing and denounce everything else because it makes it easier for other people to put me in a label, and to make it easier for other people to put me in a group and to identify and get to know me. I don't play that game. I've never been ashamed. I don't think I ever will. Those are my feelings. I think people who are multiracial are beautiful people. We're also very unique, and we also are a walking example that love, affection, whatever, has no colors or boundaries because we are the offspring of it. So we are different, and I feel if God wanted me to be just a black woman, or just to be a Mexican woman, or to just to be an Asian woman, or whatever, I would just be one thing. But no, he chose me to be different, and I'm proud of it. And my children will also know who they are, where they come from on both sides, and I will also teach them to be proud of that, and to never ever be ashamed, and to never ever let anybody put you in a box. So yes, it sounds I'm a little passionate, because I is. Do you feel that being mixed has its benefits? And this is question 8. In a sense, I do. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I love my skin tone. Because I just feel like I'm right nicely in the middle. I think the biggest benefit for me would probably, 2 benefits I would say, is because I feel like I know a lot about my different backgrounds, and I don't just identify with one thing. The biggest benefit overall, I would say, is my hair. And I mean, white people have my kind of hair. I mean, anybody can have your kind of hair, but I do like it because I feel it's so versatile. I can do curly one day, do straight the next. I'm just not stuck with one thing, so I think that is awesome. Question 9. What makes being multiracial a beautiful thing? Because you're different. That's why. And I just kind of basically answered this in the past questions ago, that you are a walking example of, you know, love has no boundaries or no colors or anything. It's a beautiful thing. And you're different. You're not in one category as much as you may feel that you need to put yourself in one category. You are not just one thing. You are a representation of the world. And one day everybody will be like us. Question 10, the last and final question. Any advice to someone who struggles with their multiracial identity? And I would say is stop the struggle, accept yourself, and love yourself. I think I've answered this pretty much in the last few questions. Love yourself. You are different. You were not meant to be like everybody else. Normal is boring, and this goes with everybody, any person who is mixed or not. Normal is boring, and being different is amazing. When you are different, you stand out. You are taking a stand for yourself, and you're saying, this is who I am. I am proud of it. You love it, and you own it. You know, be proud of every ethnicity that you are, and thank your parents that they looked beyond cultures and race and whatever and decided to bring you along, and that is a freaking beautiful thing. And that's pretty much all I can say about it, because I feel like then I'll just be repeating myself. So that is my answer to question number 10. Alright everybody, so that was my mixed girl tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave your links down below to your own videos if you did this. I know this is like a long going tag, and I know it took me forever to do it, but I hope you liked it. Let me know your questions and comments down below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at The Beauty Daily.